Hey Pisces, welcome to your weekly forecast for October 14th through the 20th. We're going to connect here, see what's coming up for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're continuing with our spooky Halloween theme here, and we have a new deck. We're going to check out what's happening for you the week ahead with this lovely deck here, and then we're going to pull a spirit message for you from that deck there. As always, if you're curious about which cards I'm using, I always have it listed in the description of the video, because I know a lot of you are card collectors like I am, and I'm all about showing the pretty cards to the people, so the information is always included. We're going to see what's happening with Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm recording this the night of the full moon. Ooh, with a little fog machine here. Pisces, you guys are all very sensitive to moon energies, so we're going to see what's happening for you the week after the full moon. This is going to be for the 14th to the 20th, the Monday after the full moon, and the week ahead. We're going to see how the energies are affecting our Pisces friends and see what is going on. Here is your Monday, Tuesday, your Wednesday, Thursday, and your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, my darlings. Let's get right on in it. Monday, Tuesday, you have Queen of Pentacles. This is good. Pisces, I'm proud of you. I'm super duper proud of my lovely, wonderful, watery Pisces. You guys, Queen of Pentacles, this is very grounded energy. So I feel like a lot of you have been aware that this energies may be making you emotional, even if you forgot that there was a full moon, or because that's the thing about the full moon, it brings up our insecurities, it brings up the things that we need to release. The cool thing about the Aries full moon is it's also coming up with like this energy or a feeling of like a call to action, like to be connected with your passion, to be with your people, your soul tribe, all that kind of stuff, and to be in your power. So I feel, Pisces, a lot of you may have been catching yourself even last week, but especially coming into in this week ahead in the beginning, where you're like, you know what? I'm gonna rein this in. I'm going to take control of how I'm feeling. I'm going to focus. I'm going to, get my feet firmly planted, and I am going to do what needs to be done. Because Queen of Pentacles, she is very, very focused on what she needs to do to improve the quality of her life or to keep the abundance coming in. But she also knows how to enjoy life. She's not going to work herself to that point of exhaustion. She knows how to work smart. She doesn't have to work too hard because she knows how to work smart. She knows how to work effectively, efficiently. She knows how to focus on what needs to be done. She knows how to not stress herself out, and she knows how to take the money that she's earned and to enjoy it in ways that are responsible but also fulfilling. So Pisces, I feel that a lot of you are getting that kind of balance in that way. You're not letting any kind of intense emotions that came up, you're not letting them take over. You're staying focused, you're staying grounded, and you're finding ways to feel good about yourself, to feel comfortable in your own skin. I just heard that, Pisces. I think a lot of you are also manifesting that, where you're just learning to be comfortable with yourself as you are now. And you're able to see the things you want to change about your life or change about yourself, but you're not allowing that to diminish the confidence and the self-love that you so rightfully deserve to be in. So it's really, really powerful energy in that way. I also feel some of you are getting really serious about your work. Like you're getting really, like, I'm going to own this. So if you've been in an uncomfortable situation, if people have been making you feel insecure about the work that you've been doing, or if you had been talked to, or if you had been written up about something, or if there's been some kind of weird energy at work, you might be just coming into this thing where you're like, you know what? I'm going to turn this around. Like, I'm going to handle this. I got this. I can do this. I know that what I'm bringing to the table, I know I'm going to be focused. I'm going to be able to, come out of any insecurity, and I'm going to be able to be confident, and I'm going to be able to do my work and do it well. Some of you are even bringing something into the workspace to ground yourself. I do see that with the Queen of Pentacles a lot. You might be putting up a photo of what you're like working for, or like your why, or your reason to stay focused, or you might be bringing in something that is just comforting for you, or just kind of makes you feel like you're in your space and your element, helps you kind of raise or lift your vibration, makes you feel good when you see it. So you're bringing that kind of energy into your workspace for some of you. And I do feel that some of you are like you're putting the past beside you behind you once and for all. Like you're not harboring on whatever happened. You're like, okay, you know what? Clean slate. I'm not going to think about that anymore. I'm going to move forward and I'm going to do a good job. So whatever was like haunting you or pestering you or bothering you about something somebody said or something you got in trouble for or something you were criticized or critiqued about in a work situation, you're able to just put it behind you and say fresh start. New day, new week, fresh start. I got this. I'm going to do good because I know what I'm bringing to the table, and you're being focused. Okay. So Queen of Pentacles in that energy. I also feel that for some of you, you're finding a balance where you're learning how you can be like that nice, sweet person that people like, or that funny, or just kind of like, cool Pisces energy, but also to be like in your Pisces energy, your authenticity, but still have your boundaries, still have your power, still come in a way where you're commanding respect. Like finding the balance between being the cool person where there's no kind of conflict or no kind of like, confrontation, but still come at you in a respectful way, still respect your boundaries. So I feel like you're coming into a really great assertiveness. Okay, your Wednesday, Thursday is Justice. Okay, Justice is a major arcana card. So you might be coming into a theme midweek, which is a cycle that you might be feeling. Something that needs to be cleared. Okay, when I see Justice, it's the completion of a contract. You might be finishing out some soul contract. You might be finally learning a lesson that's allowing you to come out of your blocks. So there could be something where you're being offered a contract in terms of a permanence. Like if you've been doing a temporary job, you might be being offered a permanent position or a promotion or a new job or an agreement. Or it could be a contract that you're completing or finishing off with a person in a spiritual way or spiritual sense. Overall, though, the Justice card does tell us that somebody is really able to make good decisions, and the key to making good decisions is because they've been able to balance their mind and their heart, right? Sometimes people are all head and no heart, no soul, and they can be very cruel and they can make bad decisions for that reason, or decisions that leave them feeling very unfulfilled. Or some people make decisions because they're so emotional and they base their decision completely on their emotions, but it's not a logical or wise decision to make and they end up regretting it later. And some of you maybe had that cycle where you kept repeating those two extremes. You're like, I never know which one to do. Justice card is saying you're finally coming into the balance, balancing the mind and the heart to where you're bringing in stability. I'm getting a visual of like somebody with like really shaky hands, and like the shakiness, like it's stopping. Like it's just like still, like it's calm. So I feel, Pisces, that if you've been in this nervous energy for a while, or if you've just been beside yourself because you haven't been able to figure out, like, am I supposed to be this way or that way, or what should I do? Like, you're finding that balance. And that nervousness is dissipating. It's going away. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Look how cute that kitty is. Ooh, they're both so cute. I just saw those. I love that duck. It's so cute. Look how adorable they are. Right? Look how cute they are. Look how cute they are. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is Queen of Swords. All right. Some of you might be confronting a Queen of Swords, okay? Some of you might be dealing with a Queen of Swords. Some of you might be stepping into Queen of Swords energy. Queen of Swords she's like all business and no play, okay? She doesn't have a whole lot of heart energy. So you might be coming into a situation where you're like, you know what? It's time for me to put my feelings aside, and this is business. This is something that needs to be handled. And so you might be doing that. I do feel, Pisces, that some of you are confronting a person who maybe has been unfair or unrealistic in their expectations or been inappropriate with you. Maybe you're a Pisces that really doesn't like confrontation and you try to be peaceful and cool with people. And maybe there's just been someone who's been taking advantage of that. And I feel in a very professional, calm way, you're able to address it without crying, without feeling intimidated. You're coming into that Queen of Swords energy where you're able to just kind of go and say, this is not acceptable. Like, this is not, like, this is so uncalled for. And however you want to word it, however you want to say it. But with that Justice card, especially Pisces, I feel like you're standing up for yourself. And it feels so good once you do it. And you're doing it in a way where you're not losing your cool. You're not just like, why do you always do this to me? Or like getting emotional or upset. And then later on, like, you feel, oh man, I feel embarrassed. I wish that I had, been in control. I feel like you're addressing it in a really calm way. And I feel like this other person's feeling really stupid. Really stupid. And the best part about it is you're doing it in such a classy way where you don't even come out looking like the bad guy. Like, oh, you were really hard on them and we still feel sorry for the other person. No, nobody feels sorry for the other person because you're doing it in such a matter-of-fact kind of way. Like, this is the facts. This is the logic. Can you not see how this is, like, not okay, right? Like, it's just, like, in a way that it is what it is. Like, you're not going in, like, like, beating them down. You're just calmly presenting facts and logic, and that other person's feeling really stupid. That other person's feeling really dumb. I'm not all about making people feel dumb. I'm not all about, like, I don't wish bad on anybody, but I feel in this instance, you might even have a karmic contract with this person where you were meant to stand up to them in this lifetime. And I feel like it's finally happening. It could be a love relationship for some of you. It could be a work situation. It could be a family situation. These are general readings. They're going to apply in different ways. We're going to go ahead and see what's coming up, my darlings, with your spirit message. And I do encourage you to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos because some weeks those are going to resonate with you more than others. Also, it's a really great way of taking the general readings and making them more specific to your personal energy because of your planetary makeups. You might need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do, and I'll talk about that at the end. You have alchemy coming up here. This is really, really good, Pisces. Somebody else got alchemy. Who was it? It may have been, I'm sure you guys will let me know. Those of you who are watching your moon or your rising or vice versa, you let me know who else got alchemy. But I was really excited when I saw it for them. And I'm excited for you too, because alchemy basically is saying, my dear, that you're taking all of those qualities about yourself or energies that you saw as negative and you're purifying them and you're turning them into strengths, right? I always say, whether I said something similar for Sagittarius, but they didn't get alchemy. I don't think they got alchemy, but I'm going to give you a similar example I gave them because it applies to both situations. Whether somebody thinks you're stubborn or somebody thinks you're determined depends on if they like you and if they agree on what you're doing, right? If they like you, if they're on board, oh, wow, Pisces, you are so determined. You're really committed to this. You're not giving up. Oh, you're such an inspiration. But if they don't like you or if they don't agree with what you're doing, if they want you to do something else, why won't you give this up? Why do you have to be so stubborn? It's the same personality trait. It's the same quality. Whether it's determination or stubbornness is that person's perception, how they're perceiving it. So you're seeing the things about yourself that other people, because of their opinion, made you feel like it was a bad thing about you. And you're realizing, hey, you know what? These aren't bad things about me, right? Like maybe you were a very creative person and growing up, people made you feel like you had to be more facts and figures and, get your head out of the clouds and do something like mathematical or do something with science because that's what's important and creative things are silly. And wait a minute, no, creative things aren't silly and I can actually do things that are creative and make a good living. Like just an example like that, you're starting to see the things that you maybe felt are a bad thing or actually opportunities for good, opportunities for advancement. Also fear energy. I feel like that full moon energy, you guys are really feeling it. And the things that you're releasing in that full moon, you're going to be manifesting in through the next moon cycle, the opposite positive thing. So if you released fear, you're going to bring in courage. If you released, insecurity, you're going to bring in confidence. If you released, hate, you're going to be calling in love. So I feel there's alchemy in that sense. Alchemy is purifying something, like taking certain metals and purifying them, and figuring out the chemistry, melting them down so that it's turning into gold. Alchemy is, transferring or transmuting, materials into something better, something of more value. And so a lot of you are doing this energetically. Okay, my dears, I don't focus too much on love and romance in the weekly forecasts, but if you want more of a love reading, please feel free to click on the love video link in the description of this video for the October love readings. And if you would like a private reading, feel free to click on the Calendly link in the description of the video, and it will take you to my scheduling page. The 60-minute phone readings and 30-minute phone readings are 50% off now for the month of October. I don't know if there's any October dates left for the phone readings. I think there's October dates left for like video recordings and audio. Those are still available. But I think the phone readings are starting to go into November. As long as you book in October, you'll still get the special. You'll still get the half off. But then after October 31st, after Halloween, it's going to go back to the regular price for the 60-minute and 30-minute phone readings. I thank you all so much for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and I'm wishing you a fabulous week, my darlings. Take care.